What up, DJ J-Ronin, the All Elements Mix Show on Delicious Vinyl Radio, powered by Blackly Entertainment on the Dash Radio app. I'm here with, I want to call them Slim Mickens, but that's the name of the album. It's not the name of their group. Frank Knight on the bottom right here, MC Extraordinaire Frank Knight, Brooklyn, New York. And up there, his camera just went off. That's Chuck LaWayne from Chicago, LA, Harlem, and all kind of places. He's a world traveler. He's a hip hop nomad. He's been all over the map. You know, but producer, MC, DJ. This guy got a lot of talent, and I'm very happy to be a part of this project. Co-executive producing, and you see the album right there behind me, the cover of the album. Frank Knight, Chuck LaWayne, Slim Mickens. So, fellas, the album is out. It's dope. Look at Frank smiling. He's just cheesing it. It's a whole lot of teeth.
Frank.
Oh, man. The album is out, ladies and gentlemen. It's out now on Frank Knight's website, on Bandcamp. It's on all digital platforms. We have hard copy CDs available. We have T-shirts available. You can't download a T-shirt, so support. Stop fronting. Buy it. You're muted, Frank. You know that, right? Okay. So, introduce yourselves to the people. Tell them a little bit about yourselves and how you guys teamed up to form this modern day masterpiece.
Man.
Chuck!
Well, my man, like I figured I would go since Frank was still on mute. But man, like we formed through you. For the folks who don't know, we formed actually through J-Ronin. Me personally, at that particular time, I take it all the way back because it happened kind of like real fast. You know what I'm saying? From the time that I met, from the time that at least when I came into the fold.
From when I met through Rhythm J.
Yeah, through Rhythm J.
Right.
Through our standards at the time, and at that time I was still in school.
Right.
In Chicago, I was still in school at that time, and at that time I was looking to battle at the take beats, take my my craft to the next step, to the next level.
Right.
At that particular time, I was just in the garage, or just just honing my skills by myself. But now I knew I could make beats, and people around me. But I'm like, man, how do I get it from just people that in my arm's length that know that I'm good to take it from there.
Right.
So at that time, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for like battles and showcases. Our standards was one of them. So I submitted some beats, and I think William J was one of the reps from our standards who hit back. And he actually just stayed in contact. He was like, man, I like your beats. We can kind of like form some type of partnership where like I could like sell your beats and shop your beats to artists. And that really came in handy at that time because I was holding it down with 2 jobs, 15-hour credit hour schedule. You know what I'm saying? That's full time.
That's beyond full time. That's full time and overtime.
Exactly. And I'm living on campus.
Was that 4 classes?
No, that's 15. No, that's 5.
Okay. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot.
So I mean, so with that, and so it depends on the on how many hours, how many credit hours the class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
with
dropped
that,
out of college. It's been a long time.
yeah, it was exactly for me too. It's actually
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Right, exactly. That's a fact. But free of charge though, if you can, without debt free.
No scholarship.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to go to community college.
Go to a CUNY. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
A city university.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Off the books type shit. But with that being said, but that came in handy because I'm in there. I had my I was like really just it was just me in my apartment at the record store, and and like 2 minutes walking. So like that was like my little line travel on days off. So I was in the crib just honing. And he sent some beats off to you, I wanna say. And he sent them to some other people, but then he had hit me about you. He was like, man, he got like a few more other people that he trying to build
I
like
heard
a
them beats immediately. I remember some of those beats. And I
yeah.
heard, this one's gonna be Sav with M.O.P. And I'm gonna make that happen. And this one's gonna be, I just, I'm gonna get a dope singer on this one right here. I just, I remember hearing them and having a vision for them immediately.
Yeah, I actually still remember that phone call. Matter of fact,
Mm.
I still remember that phone call when me and you had talked. I actually was still in the I'm trying to see, was I texting you or was I on the phone with you? I know I was texting you at one point. You know what? Because I was in a lot. I was at my only two.
And this was like what, 2009 maybe?
Nah, this is 20. Oh, hold on. Nah, hold on. Let me get this right. This might have been 20. One second, because January, my birthday, around that
Before
time.
I knew Frank, probably, I think,
This
right?
might have been early 2011.
Okay, maybe not then.
This might have been early 2011, or no. Oh, this might have been 2010 because
Mhm.
I met Rhythm J in 2010,
Right. I think it was
and
2010.
that's when that Ostendage event was.
Right.
Ostendage event was in 2010, and we stayed along then. I'm trying to think back. Was there any other songs that you sent me back that predated the the Sad Kill stuff? Sad Kill stuff. We'll get to that part though.
Right, right.
But with that being said, man, like I said, I still remember that phone call. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
You're still doing good in battles when you choose the battle. I know you was killing it in the Master Machines.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
that
definitely.
trophy
I
for
never
you.
get that off because I
Yeah.
never really had one, and I never like won the entire beat battle. It was almost I want to be like Sean Kemp, one of the guys out there, and it's not really his fault. You know what I'm saying? Because he lost to like on a couple fluke.
I thought you
You
won one of them. You
know,
didn't win one of the events?
Kemp never won, bro. He never
Okay.
won. But anyway,
Well, I felt, well, you always winning to me, brother. You see who I'm working with, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm saying like what I'm saying is like I didn't want to be the one to like never win a contest. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Had all like placements, but never won a contest and whatnot. So that's what that was about. But I chose to do the beat battle
Right.
at that particular time that I met you because that was my next step. I
Right.
felt in my career. So but no, that's basically how it happened, man. From Rhythm J,
Right.
and then
I
we
know
had
still
that phone
recording,
call.
working with
Like,
Frank
yo,
somewhat at that time, recording with Frank.
fast forward it up,
Right.
boom. That was summertime 2011. I'm saying that's when I moved. That's when I made that move on a permanent side. I want to say I made it permanently, and yeah, and we just kind of like took it from there, man. Building. We built through the years.
Made a lot
Once
of
we
bangers, a lot of them still coming
finally,
out.
right, so we talking like from 2010, right? We talking about from 2010, late 2010, going up into
11 years.
right, exactly, going exactly. But even this timeline that we talking about now, late 2010, going into summertime of 2011, from building as far as the music, building, from doing songs, me and Frank sending stuff back and forth. And then from there, and that's like from what, 2013, 14, 15,
Right,
you
right,
know, like just building, like really just like not doing anything. Not, I'm not saying not doing anything, but not really making no mark, not really saying people, yo, we got this, we got that, no videos, like no nothing.
right,
And just like boom, you know what I'm saying? Album done, Slim Mickens. You see the cover you got in the back. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So talking like,
Shining.
that cover that's really like 11 years old right there. We just dropped with that.
Right,
That
right.
cover picture is really like about 11 years old. the album cover, but that's my, it's actually some classic shit.
But
But
we've been working. We got a lot of bangers coming.
yeah,
Working. You working with M.O.P and Smith and Wesson through us and through the team. And
mhm,
of course, for those that don't know, you've already worked with Lloyd Banks. You worked with
yeah,
Vado and Dave East.
mhm,
And who else? I know you got a whole, of course, Jamel Rockwell, aka Sal Kills. And we got
yeah,
a song with Planet Asia, the Planet Asia project coming out.
yeah. My man Jay Prezi, you
Right.
know, on the local side, like I like that's really what I've been doing a lot lately, just working with local artists. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I kind of sense like what's going on in hip hop right now. I think you know, like we should probably. I sense what can happen. So I'm like, I made that. That's another career move. Like, okay,
Right.
try to do that.
Make your own start.
Yeah,
Don't ride
exactly.
bandwagons.
That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
about. Building up all elements. Y'all the new generation of this. You and Frank was still muted. Unmute yourself, man.
That's what I'm saying, Frank.
Damn shy, and he's
That's
not
what I'm
Oh
shy.
saying.
no, I
Like,
was like Chuck was telling a really dope story, and there was certain information that I wasn't privy to, so I was really trying to hone in and listen. And since I'm outside in the street, it was like cars running by playing some ratchet ass music, and like I didn't want that to interfere.
Frank is really
Um,
in them streets, y'all. See,
I see. You ain't got no
so like
bags.
literally.
I do have a mask. It's
Yeah,
in
where
my
you at, though,
pocket.
Frank?
Like
You bought a studio?
yo, nah. So
Downstairs from a party or something.
it's like this cool black owned gaming spot, and I want to shout them out called Coexist Gaming. They be doing like music Mondays. They be having events here. Shout out to R. Hendrix, who shot the Martin X and the Rent Party video, and who's gonna be shooting more videos with us. Like we
The
was here
editing
one
this
time.
video right here.
Exactly. Oh, that's dope. So like, yeah, I had them. We pulled up here when I got invited, and like, it's just an ill cool location that, especially like gamers like you, Ronin, they be doing like Tekken Street Fighter tournaments and stuff like that here. And today is $2 Taco Tuesday and $5 margaritas. So I'm out here with it.
We got our first shot. After our second shot, I'll definitely be over there.
Yeah, nah, it's an ill spot. So shout out to Simmons Rail and Letter J for opening it. But right now we talking about Slim Mickens.
How did
I'm
you
really
first
excited.
meet Chuck? And like, how did you guys first connect? I know, I introduced
Uh,
y'all, but break some of that down.
so that came into fruition definitely after the connection. When we went to that 2011 Prospect Park show where it was you, Ronan, Verse, Chuck LaWayne, in the car, and myself, and from there, like we just had that regular rapport, that
In
cool,
the
that cool.
car, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember Chuck drove us over there.
Okay.
yeah.
And then you was talking about, you was like, yo, Chuck, this is Chuck. He one of the All Elements producers. Da da da.
That
This
was the
is Frank.
Raekwon show or something else?
It was the Raekwon show, and like
Yeah.
that was one of the illest performances I ever remember. Like a lot of my greatest. You took me to my first hip hop concerts, Ronan. So like I'm really like, yeah, bro. Like I was just trying to get active. So I'm really grateful for the fact that I linked you on what was that? That's hiphop.net.com.
Yep.
Dot com,
That
right?
was an
And
earlier
I
version of All Elements Radio over there. Yep.
exactly.
Yo,
And
I
it
got, I
was
got a,
so
I got a crazy
huh?
story about that show too. That show, that Raekwon show. Not even like a crazy story, but it was just a highlight. You know what I'm saying? Quick highlight. Nah, keep going. We probably can tell it
I
later
like the
on.
Slim Mickens hat, by the way.
Oh, good looking, man. I like
Yeah. Can I get a snapback though? Damn.
I shout out to the homie Rob Roman. He made the Slim Mickens pack. We got Slim Mickens mask and everything. You know what I mean? Soon we coming out the Slim Mickens vaccine. We about to kill Moderna.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We out here. We out here. We out here. But
You got
yeah.
Johnson
So that
Johnson. I might as well have a Slim Mickens vaccine.
you know what I mean? We
Makes
just
you
about
more
to murk the whole
soulful.
game. But that Prospect Park show where like one of the coolest things I remember was when just me as a fan of hip hop, I just want to say this, like Raekwon did Eye for an Eye and like he probably does this normally in his sets when he do big sets. Like, but he rapped like Nas and Prodigy's verses and stuff like that. And I thought that was mad cool, bro. I was like, yo, this is hard. And like the beats was doing switches too, so like it kept that
You put
interest.
different classic beats in, right?
Yeah. And then as a performance artist, as myself, like such as myself, who like as y'all know, like I tend to get praised a lot for that, which I'm grateful for. Like that was one of those inspirational moments that I could say like that actually just helped hone show game aspects and elements.
Show game back then.
Exactly. Yeah, and bro,
and
that's what like
that show alone.
Not that show alone, but part of that show. Because like there's so many things. Like I could say like there's just so many elements that I take into consideration. Like when I was doing a lot of hype work for Sav, and we would be at the sweatshop rehearsing, and Creature was there, like just giving pointers and heads up and stuff like that. And I do consider Creature like one of the, like the performance mentors, because like when I would watch like the Rebelmatic shows and understanding his hip hop factors and with the punk rock factors, and then learning like, you know, seeing like the Public Enemy stuff, like I just was like, oh my God, like this is like the energy, the personality that I have and how I can exude and express it on stage. It's funny that you asked this, like, yo, how'd y'all meet? But like we're talking about like these memorable ill moments that's connected through you, but that goes into the play because it's through you. And these created these connections. But
that's
the
what
way
I
it
want
was
to do, help people who are dope come together and do dope stuff, you know, for the culture. That's one of my goals. I try to bring dope producers, dope MCs, dope DJs, promoters, whoever, bloggers, journalists together to promote and produce good stuff.
Yeah. Yes. And just exactly.
That
So
quality
that's
out
when
there and have good people, you know, connect and network. And, you know, that's what I'm here for. You know,
and it's a beautiful thing. And I can say I take a lot of that, and with the stuff that I do with like Life for UGA and or my entities from just like studying under you. Like I told you, like there's so many mentors that I've been fortunate enough to have in this life, and that's like definitely you, Jamel Rockwell, FKA, Saf Kills. Again, like I told you, Preach, like just mentors in different aspects and different elements. This hip hop culture, but with Chuck and I, after that, you know, we stayed in communication, but it wasn't as frequent. And then I guess it was just like during that time, like we both were in the zone of like wanting something like new. But I know Chuck said like the biggest like thing, the biggest point was that Black Star cipher that you had. Like the cipher we had a Black Star in Harlem.
Which one?
And then
the first one or second one?
I think that was the night when Shabam took the mic from the kid.
Oh, that was the first one for Freestyle Files Volume 2.
Yeah. So it was after that, and like when we were towards like that was hard. That was hip hop. But it was like towards the latter end of that night where
have some video from that night.
Here's video.
I believe it's up. Yeah, I believe I was still up. Like I was still one of the last like MCs rocking, and like Chuck was still like just hanging out, vibing. And then it was like one rhyme that I kicked, and then like I knew like he was following the flow, but the line that it was some joint where I was talking about like all the line was like, yo, we even boiling in the preseason. Like it was a line like that. And then I remember Chuck was like, and then you know Chuck being like a basketball head, it's like something like that resonates. But it was like, all right.
I know what it was. You said we trying to like you made the distinction between in one of your bars, in one of your lines, you made the distinction between the preseason, like what the preseason actually means, the distinction between the preseason and the regular season. Like like we trying to like really ball, not preseason. Like because you know in the preseason, you know, like especially in the NFL, and like you know what I'm saying, the stars will come out and play like a series.
Right.
3 and out, and then you don't see them for the whole rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and the games don't even count.
Mm-hmm.
We not like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember that. I just remember that line. I can't even remember how you actually said it, like word for word.
Frank always got dope
I
lines.
got the rhyme somewhere.
I still remember,
Like,
Yeah.
if you ain't Conway, miss me with that side talk. I always like that. And I remember tagging Conway in that, and he's like, he liked it. He liked it. You know.
that's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Griselda.
Mhm.
And yo,
That was crazy.
that's fire. And that's one of the ill things. Like, I just want to even say on this interview, like, Ronin, from what I seen, you was one of the dope moving factors helping with the Griselda brand getting notoriety in NYC. Not to say that them brothers wasn't already doing their thing, but I remember getting put on to them through seeing you interview them and
That was the first
like
nigga
advocate.
to do an in-depth interview with them. You know. I was
That's fire. And I
and
remember you
I
saying
even
like
had them work with
Asia had like schooled you.
Yeah. I had Sean Price and Westside Gun do a song together. I facilitated that, you know.
Rest in peace. That's fire.
Peace to
That's
the big
fire.
bro. P forever.
And it's just beautiful to see that. It's just beautiful to see that progression.
Mhm.
Because it also showcases for any entrepreneur, any artist, any creative, any producer, any beat maker, like just any facet of creativity that, yo, if you got the drive and you got the work ethic, like that whole like age thing is a myth. You
Yeah,
know, it's
them
like
niggas in their
you
30s
could
and
just
early 40s
yeah, you
and
got
they
to just put
stars right now.
quality and work ethic. Quality and work ethic is longevity. That's all I see. Quality plus work ethic is longevity.
And you know, all part of having the right image and the right kind of marketing. Finding your fan base, promoting properly to them. You know, but they did
Yep.
that. I think they're a great example, and I think a lot of people are on that bandwagon right now, trying to be like them. But that's not, and that'll work for a little while. But at the end of the day, you have to be yourself. You have to find your own market, your own way of doing things that works for you.
Yes.
Because not, everything don't work for everybody. And yeah, you can ride that wave for a little while, but at the end of the day, it's the originals who create their own wave that stand the test of
Mm-hmm.
time and will always be here getting bread. Brothers like Tech Nine
Yeah.
and Total Technique who created their own lane.
Yeah. They like technique is still just tore off like still does like Revolutionary Volume 1 and 2, you know? And so like that to me, that's a beautiful thing. Like
Yeah.
this is so fire. You know what I mean? So yo, I'm just really grateful through the connection to meeting Chuck and then through from you and meeting you, and being able to create this project, Slim Mickens, which is out right now,
Right,
which is
right.
an album we created to tell the stories of both of our lives through rhymes and ill production, through intricate, dope, complex rhyme schemes with some simplistic rhythmic flows that you could bounce and vibe to.
And
And
Chuck is
Chuck
rapping on it.
LaWayne's Chuck LaWayne is
He got a
debut
solo
rapping
record, Goalie's Regret.
like hard.
Yo, man, we tried to
Yo,
put a script together, man. We tried to
We
put a
didn't
script.
try, we accomplished. We accomplished.
We
We
accomplished
did it.
and
it.
you got more visuals coming. You already have videos for Plush Illy,
Mm-hmm.
Shabam
What's really out there? We got
Yeah.
Miles of the Joint, Martin
Yep.
X,
Yep.
and the Pam
Yep.
Grier joint.
Yeah. Fire joints.
I'm
Fire
gonna play
joints.
all 4 of those records plus some more.
Yeah. And you can play the next single that's about to come out. We'll just let them know when they hear it.
Mhm.
This is ill, man. Um,
You know,
this has just been amazing. Like, yo, Chuck, I just want to even tell you, bro, it's been a minute since all three of us got to like link up. But I just want to tell you, bro, I'm grateful. I'm very thankful for like sharing this moment with you, and I'm thankful to share this moment with Ronin and having this whole thing just coming to fruition. The album release event was such an amazing effect.
Amazing. It was great.
Yo, it showcased that like the
Everybody
love
came
is
through.
immense.
Fans,
Yo.
friends, legends. Poison Pen pulled up. Sun Low, Ayak, Aguilar, Don Bishop pulled up. Of course, Jamel Rockwell.
Rock too. He performed. Did it. Like they did their numbers, yo. had some beautiful women, you know, holding it down, had some great vendors. People was just they was able to enjoy themselves. It was that true essence of hip hop where
Yeah, I
it was
can't
no
wait for,
violence. Yeah,
for things to go back to how they were somewhat, so we can do events
yeah,
again properly.
yep.
Because whew, they ready. They are so ready.
Oh, they hungry.
We
I
we,
keep
we
getting hit
definitely
up.
gonna be
I
hitting
keep
hitting the
getting hit up.
road.
When's
This is why we got.
yeah. The Slim and
Person.
Mickens tour has got to happen.
This is what I'm
I
saying.
already
That's why
got the
we got
SUV.
person. So
Got to get it fixed up a little bit.
yeah, we gotta link up, yo. So we
Yeah.
get
You know what I
plan,
mean?
get this plan ready. Because I'm telling, no, you
That's a
right.
factorial.
It's about to open up, and they all gonna
That's
be
that
ready.
wizardry.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys break down a little more about the Slim Mickens album, the name, the concept? Obviously, it pays homage to the black exploitation era with some of the writing, the font of Slim and Mickens, and you have a song like Pam Grier, referencing Pam Grier and some of her movies.
Yeah, man.
You have samples and stuff. Break that down.
Well, originally it derives from the movie The Mac. You know, when you look at the movie The Mac, but off point we started it. We it started from a song. You know what I'm saying? This whole concept. I'm gonna take a shot at explaining this shit now. You know what I'm saying? From so normally how Frank does it, but it started from a song, Goldie's Regret, which was really just a song that I had recorded. You know, I knew there was a situation. I knew I wanted to make a song about this particular situation before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I didn't really know how to attack it. You know what I'm saying? But I knew if I ever did do it, it couldn't be simplistic. But when I did decide to finally start, doing something over this particular beat, that's when it just came out. I don't even know how to describe it, man. Like, pause. But the lyrics was just, boom, wrote it in maybe like a day or two, right? And just recorded it. That was it. Like, I didn't really know what I was gonna do with it. But going back to those times with me and Frank, linking up here and there,
Right.
this was one of those times where I had brought the song with me. We was at your spot, matter of fact. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we had a spot over there, and you no, Frank was having, but I would call it like a modern day jam session. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like
Right.
musicians, like jazz musicians normally, get together and just play, for hours. And that's kind of like what we did. You know what I'm saying? Rappers, musicians, beat makers,
Mm.
all in just one room. And I asked Frank, I said, yo, man, let me come through and record. Can I record this song I had just finished? Came through, recorded it, boom. People didn't know I was gonna be rapping and whatnot, because I don't really be rapping like that. Although I did start rapping at the beginning. I just straight away and started doing beats because that's kind of like it fitted me and my lifestyle a little bit more. But like I said, I just wanted to try it, dust off the mic, dust off the skills a little bit.
Right.
And Frank he really liked it. You know what I'm saying? He really liked it. And I went back to somewhere else to recorded it, and sent that one to Frank. When that's the one that ended up getting on the album. But when Frank um when Frank heard that one and really just was, like he told me he kept playing and repeating and repeating it after doing all that, it's like, yo, let's do this idea of Slim and Mickens. Like, because he already knew once he asked me about, what was the whole concept, why do you call it Goldie's Regret? Well, Goldie from the movie, Goldie is the main character, but his
Right.
name is
That's
John
the
Goldie
back.
Mickens. Right. He's the Mac, right.
And he's
John,
Slim or he's Mickens.
he's Mickens. right?
And
John
Slim is
Goldie,
what? Richard Pryor's character, right?
one of the Pryor's character. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if you watch the movie, you would know. They were
So
one
you're
of
Slim and he's Mickens? More so?
no, no,
Or
no,
is it the
no,
other
no,
way
no.
around?
I'm Mickens. Since we
Well,
we
Frank is more funny like Richard Pryor, and you more Slim and more cool. Okay. I'm just saying.
man,
That's why
this
he
is
the
why
Mac. I'm
this
Slim.
is
I'm
why the
funny.
title.
I'm
And
funny,
Slim is Richard
Slim.
Pryor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
and
you
Mickens.
got
it's
Okay.
Goldie.
Okay, you confusing me. All right, cool. All right.
Slim Mickens.
right.
All right. Yo,
But
that's like Smith and Wesson, the group. People like, so you're Smith and he's Wesson? You're gonna get
yo,
that forever now.
it's
Are
cool.
you
That's why we
Mickens or are you
yo.
Slim?
That's why we gonna do these
Rest of your
baseball
life.
jerseys. Once we do these baseball jerseys, you ain't gonna be able to mix it up. You know what I mean? Because we gonna have the names on the back and all that.
There
But
you go.
um, but when Frank, that's why I called it Goldie's Regret from that movie.
Right,
Goldie being, the character from the movie,
right,
and
right.
then, and regret being like, if you ever listen to the song, it's basically like like almost like a apology. Not necessarily an apology, but you just, you just, you know, Goldie's regret. I'm regret, a regretful
Right.
sequence of events, what I'm saying, with women that you would have that, and Goldie being a pimp, what I'm saying, we come across so many different women, what I'm saying, it's like, I know
Time out real quick. I gotta make a new room. You've been sitting in the room for mad long before you got here. So I'm
yeah,
gonna end this and send the invite right back. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, we're back. All Elements Mix Show on Delicious Vinyl Radio on the Dash Radio app, powered by Black League Entertainment. I'm back here again with Chuck LaWayne, producer, MC, DJ, and my brother Frank Knight. They both my brothers, This is the All Elements family, making them dope UGA All Elements events, killing the underground. If it ain't one of our events, it's in New York. It's probably a sausage fest. Let's keep it real. We bring out the ladies. We do. I bring out the older joints. Frank brings out the younger joints, and then Chuck he brings out some joints too. He got some female fans. I ain't throwing him under the bus by saying that. It's okay. It's okay to have female fans. I'm
We bring
married.
out
I
joints.
have some female fans too, but I keep it respectful. It's okay. But yo, so we broke down the naming behind the Slim Mickens albums, how you guys linked up already.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the album. Why do you think it stands out right now? What makes it this monumental thing that we have copies of right over here?
I would say what makes this album stand out, at least personally for me, is the time that it took to make this album and the time that this album released. Um, as we living in this whole new world right now that we pray is temporary. Um,
It is.
this album came out during a lot of big spotlights on social injustices that we've all bear witness to, sadly, throughout our lifetimes, throughout our parents and grandparents' lifetimes, over and over. But because of
Right.
the technological digital age that we're in, it got spotlighted to such a higher degree. And this album contained such important content that touches on it. It doesn't like overbear, like it's not overbearing with it, but it touches
Right.
on it, and it touches on substance substantial music with substance, where you say something of value, you say something of meaning. Because one of the great things that I was glad to see, any music that did release during this time was thought-provoking, thought-invoking
Well,
music.
you hoped it was anyway. So,
Well, a lot of music that I've seen released, like
right.
uh because like when you think about like the Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist album, the
Right.
Fredo, Royce the 5'9" Layers, Benny the Butcher projects, Conway projects, Nas's King's Disease,
Right.
and which were all Grammy nominated albums. And
Right.
Nas won, you know? So just like seeing that shift in the culture and it showed, and a lot of people who
Why is
were
Chuck
in
shaking
those
his head
spaces,
like that? I don't know.
huh?
Chuck is shaking his head like.
Nah,
Nah, that wasn't to y'all. That wasn't to
Okay,
y'all.
okay.
That was
so what you call it?
Shout out
Um,
to Peewee the Cat, by the way, in
I
a
Peewee
seen him.
cameo.
and
I seen him
Buddha,
over
shout
there.
out Buddha. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, but because of the way the album came out, a lot of people who I even seen who were just like always listening to this like turn up club stuff, you know,
Uh-huh.
it even geared them into like, I'm not here to dance right now. You know,
Right.
there's some records you could bounce and dance to, but there's still like certain lyrics that's still present in it. Like when we talk Knowledge of the Drip, shout out to Kamari who was just here, that I even talk about my cousin being incarcerated and things of that nature within that song, and still seeking for like, you know, brighter moments and spotlight and things of that nature. Like we still gonna rock out, we still gonna vibe out. Like even though we on a revolutionary time frame and timestamp, we're not gonna lose our sense of fun and our sense of love. So
Right.
that's why this album really means a lot to me, because a lot of people were able to sit down and listen, and that's what this whole pandemic did. It made people sit down and listen to themselves, listen to listen to their art, and take a break. You know, because a lot of people were just going, and not
Right.
tending to self. And this album was something that was from ourselves to other people to listen to and reflect upon as we reflected and made it. So that's why I think it was so dope about it coming out at this time for me personally.
Man, that's
I
true,
I
man.
agree. Definitely socially conscious, but also still a fun album. It was not too preachy, you know. Yeah, you had the Martin X video and song. Chuck, you wanted to come in on that?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't too preachy. I would, if you want to keep going, definitely, because all I was going to do is basically tell you, man, like it's really just if you look at both our personalities, you mesh both our personalities together. But not only that, I know that's kind of like more like inside to people that do know us, but even if you don't know us, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, like it's just the album is like a vibe. Like it's just it's encoded. I like to call it like an encoded vibe, meaning like it's not too preachy, even though you have Martin X. Martin X is a serious song. Forecasted Hot Tempered is a serious song. You know, it's talking about a lot of different things about religious. Um, what's the word? Just a bunch of things being done in the religious, you know, behind closed doors, as far as corruption
Right.
being
Right.
concerned. You know, we got, well, obviously we got Goldie's Regret on there. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about, you know, a pimp's regret to a woman.
Right.
You know, mishandling. You know, and you got, you know, like we said, we got Pam Grier. We got a song that where Frank is just like descriptively going through almost every single quality of a black woman
Mm-hmm.
with a fine tooth comb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and
Right.
Pam Grier. You know, I mean, it's you know, it's a lot of different things on this album. And being with that being said,
Definitely is.
most most importantly, you gotta think about it. This time we'll probably never be able to never duplicate again because for an extended period of time, dude, we had like over a year where people were just sitting down at one the whole world, and we were actually able to get and just like really get listeners and fans, you know, and really come up off that, you know what I'm saying, and really set like a base. So as we come up out of this, we
Mm-hmm.
got people, you know, checking for Slim Mickens now, you know, but you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's a perfect album for this time. You know, if you look at what's been going on, what's been coming out, the current temperament of the world as far as like society and social temperaments and all that.
Definitely.
This album right here is speaking of all that, but also everything else that's going on around that, like the regular stuff. Like people still gonna want to go off and and dance or whatnot, or want to have a good time. So we got songs that make you feel like that you can play while you're having a good time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just and sonically, that's the thing. Sonically, it matches. You know, it's it's a gem, man. It's a gem. Because if I'm a listener right now looking for hip hop, this is one of those albums that I'm picking up and I'm thinking like,
right,
wow,
right.
this is deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I came up, I'm like, wow, did I find like I'm probably listening to this album and I'm thinking like, yo, I'm probably asking around like, yo, have y'all heard this? Am I the only one that have, you know what I'm saying? That's up
It's a
on this,
banger, bro.
So
One thing people might not realize also about the Martin X video, it's paying homage, it's influenced by the Gangstar video, Words I Manifest, right?
yes indeed, yes
Yes.
indeed.
And I was telling DJ
Oh,
Premier that I
yeah.
sent him a copy of the video. So hopefully he'll eventually get to see it. I know his life is pretty crazy and busy, but
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
man.
remind him.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to Guru. That was my dude.
In fact, all
I spent
people
had
shout
some
out
good
Premier.
times with him.
Mm-hmm.
And my cat thinks I'm a jungle gym during this interview.
Yeah, he's one of
You
the
didn't see the
greats,
video. You didn't see half the stuff he did, jumping all over me during this interview.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's why I stand. That's why I stand with the album.
hmm What's next for you guys? Together and separately, your different endeavors.
Mhm.
There's a lot, that we still gotta put out in regards to the Slim Mickens content, but there's other
Right.
content that we've been working on too, where we've been sonically changing the sound, but still remaining true to us. Like not trying to not trying to conform, but continually to evolve. Um, Besides that, I know that I have projects coming out with John Glass from Massachusetts. Shout
Right.
out to that brother. Shout out to the homie Ridiculous out there.
hmm
And um, it's a story based themed project that just goes through a whole array of someone's life. Is where I'll be at with it right now. There's music that I have with the big bro DJ Polska. Couple great collaborations with some
That's
legends.
Poster from
That
Paris, legendary
yes, DJ
French
Polska.
DJ, known for radio
Exactly.
and mixtapes. hmm
So got a couple of other joints in the stash. Shout out to the Gons, things of that nature, and a bunch of other records and
Right.
collaborations
Captain
on deck.
Don, he's a dope producer, y'all, out of Minnesota.
Yep, Mankato, Minnesota. Shout out to the fraternity, all of the homies. Um, and it's just aside that on the music things, like what we're doing over here with All Elements, UGA, SM Productions. We're creating more different forms of content, creating more platforms to help out other creatives. So y'all
Right,
stay
right.
tuned for information on the things that we're releasing. Just follow the pages and stay looped in. Hit us up. We accessible, not too accessible, but accessible. It's like
Mm.
God, you know what I mean? Might
Right.
not be there,
Not too
but when you
accessible,
ask,
Don't
exactly,
make
that's
me
what I
karate
said.
chop one of y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
So
I'm
like,
talking about y'all who were acting out in the public.
word, but it just comes down, yo,
We're
but
humble,
we'll
we're
be
cool
there when
people,
needed.
but don't go there.
You know,
Mm,
but respect the elements. That's what we tell them
Mhm.
right there. Respect the elements. But that's what I got off the base that I could think of. I know it's more, but I know
right.
Chuck got some stuff like some collaborative stuff and some solo stuff going on. Enlighten them, brother.
Yeah, a few things, man. Not much, man. Now, but actually, what I do have, excuse me, what I do have with this artist by the name of Marquise from Oakland, California. You know, we've been work. He's living out, working more so out in Georgia now. You know, but you know, we actually have a EP together already that we haven't put out yet. You know, I didn't rap on this one, but this is mainly his intro to the world. Well, it's not his intro to the world because we worked together before in the past. This is actually my blood cousin who actually practically, I want to say, walked me into, you know, doing hip hop. He was already when I met him. He was not when I met him, but by the time we linked back up, he was already like freestyling and doing all of that, like in front of
Is this your
crowds.
older cousin?
Who is my older cousin. He's
Okay.
one of my older cousins. So,
Right.
um,
So,
you know, so look out for him. Jay Prezi. Lately, we've been clicking again, trying to keep the magic back going. So him, look out. Look out. Everybody. One thing I like about working with different artists, they all have their different ways of releasing their music.
right.
One guy might
I'm gonna let
have.
some of them records go that you did with Sav, aka
It,
Jamel Rockwell.
like I was getting to that. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming. I'm sorry, it's coming. Really, a lot of label politics, brother. A lot of labels
yeah,
playing games with paperwork, and we good now though.
yeah. That's what's up.
We,
But
we, we don't need any of those labels. We got our own label.
but so, but nah. Even so, with going from Prezi, going from then we still got Sav. Me and Sav is trying to put together something that we had talked about
Right.
not too long ago. Um, who else,
Ain't,
man?
ain't you got some Buffalo stuff happening too?
Who that? Oh yeah, my man San Antonio. Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we got something that's spinning out already right now. A song by the name of Iron Heart by San Antonio's album, Sun on the Sunday. That's out already
All
right
right.
now. Sky Zoo is actually on that album too,
Dope. Shout out to
and they
Sky.
actually putting the video
Shout out
out
Brooklyn.
for it. But every we just consistent art, man. It's consistent art, and I'm still just recording, looking for talent. Like I'm just all over the place, really, man.
All right.
Spiritual
Making
growth,
them beats,
all that. Like,
brother. You give me a folder to shop, we'll shop it. Trust me. I got a lot of people who want your beats right now. They're asking me.
They want that Slim and Mickens flavor.
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm thinking about, yeah, we'll talk definitely, man, once we get up. But we gotta link up, man. I'm trying to link back up like the last
Definitely.
time I know
Studio
we got
looking better. I just
postponed.
put 2 new chairs in there. Got some tabletop. I put 2 nice leather office chairs. I got
Where?
Oh,
The
so it's
studio?
even more advanced
yeah.
than
Got the
yeah.
tabletop mic stands to do interviews and podcasts.
Oh, I can't wait to pull back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fixing it
man.
all up.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
oh matter of fact, my fault. To cut you off, it's a couple events that we performing at. Shout out to my bro Scott Morris with the Day Summit.
okay.
So Frank Knight and Chuck LaWayne will be back out performing this in the April. Couple events. So what you got? April 24th, April 25th, April 26th, April 27th,
All that?
and yeah, May 1st.
Oh, you trying to
For the
drag me out the
Puffin
house, huh?
Yo, bro, it's lit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Scott gonna hit you up panels because your connections is extensive. So that's about to happen pretty soon. But yeah, like yo, Day Summit, hit the at Life for UGA page or Frank Nizza FrankKNizza. You'll see all the flyers, you'll see all the details. A lot of secret location joints. So you got a cop to get to the information of where the spot is at. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, and the festival is a charitable cause where we take proceeds and raise up money for high school students graduating, entering college for a scholarship. So
Dope.
those who
Very
donate,
dope.
those who purchase, they get the chance to to help secure a better future for our future. So like even if you can't make it, donate it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll be
So
out there at
yeah,
the end of April, running around in early
yes,
May, doing some events
yes,
for the
sir.
Day Summit. Chuck, give him your social media information.
Oh, no doubt, man. Twitter. Is my name. My stuff is like the simplest as it can get. Chuck LaWayne at Twitter. And then you have
Instagram.
You have my Instagram is Chuck LaWayne _135.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's really all.
Lennox is the danger zone.
Yeah.
Well, that's 145, isn't it?
What's that again?
So what's 139?
Yeah, 139.
Big L song. Yeah.
Who got one? I couldn't hear what you said. My bad.
Now he was singing a Big L song. 139 in Lincoln, this is the danger zone.
Oh, okay.
Quick to put a bullet in a
zone.
stranger's dome.
Okay, yeah.
Like Style to the Poor, dangerous. Yo, outside kind of look like the album cover right now. Remember how Big L was posting this?
Yeah, he was like that, like.
Or is that Big Picture? Now that was the Big Picture album cover, right? Because Lifestyle. Yeah.
All black one. Yo,
that's
I really
crazy.
feel like a cat dad though. Look at this, I'm cradling him like a baby during this.
It was like a honestly, you should have came in an interview like a Bond villain and just be like, "Hello, Slim Mickens."
Maybe next time. But yo, I know I don't want to hold y'all too long. Frank, I know you out and about. Chuck, I know you you got the family, making moves. You probably got some stuff to cook up in the lab. And I got a crazy kitty jumping all over me.
Oh yeah, man.
Yo, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna play some more records off the Slim Mickens album right now. Keep it locked right here. The All Elements Mix Show with DJ J-Ronin on Delicious Vinyl Radio on the Dash Radio app, powered by Black Lee Entertainment. Once again, make sure you follow Frank Knight and Chuck LaWayne on their social media. I'm gonna post it up in the video. To see the whole interview unedited, the video, you can see it on youtube.com/allelementstv online. That's our YouTube channel for all the interviews. So tune into that. Make sure you subscribe and keep it locked right here for some more bangers off the Slim Mickens album, y'all. Peace, y'all. Salute.